Hey guys, Brad Danger here. And buying a used car is one of the smartest ways to save money on wheels because you skip that brand new car depreciation punch to the kidneys and you still get something that starts every morning to get you to work. And it doesn't make your mechanic instantly buy a boat. But if you want to save the most money, you can't just buy any used car. You have to buy a used car that lasts, lasts, the kind of car that keeps racking up miles, like it's trying to hit a loyalty punch card. Because if you buy something cheap and it dies in 2 years, you didn't save money, you just rented a headache. So today on this Idealist, we are going to buy smart cars thanks to new analysis based on vehicle lifespans, national sales reports, and over 3 million odometer readings. We're looking at the best used cars that you can buy this year if your goal is very simple. Get the most life out of your money. We're sticking to 5-year-old cars because that is the sweet spot. Still modern enough to have safety tech, good interiors, decent fuel economy, and not feel like it belongs in a museum. But old enough to already have taken that big depreciation hit, the wallet-friendly middle child of the car world. And we're stacking these by popularity, not what I personally want, not what I'd build into a drift missile. We're ranking these by what people are actually buying, searching for, and driving into the ground. The Ford Edge, this blue oval SUV, kind of slid into the Ford lineup like, hey guys, can I sit here? And Ford was like, yeah, sure, you can chill between the Escape and Explorer. And honestly, it works. The Edge is a 2-row SUV that's perfect for commuting, family hauling, and weekend warrior activities like Home Depot runs, where you buy exactly one 2x4 and somehow spend $200. Drop the rear seats and you get legit cargo space. It'll do almost everything you need without being obnoxiously big, and that's why people actually buy these. Powertrain-wise, you usually get a turbocharged 4-cylinder that's efficient enough to make you feel responsible. Highway fuel economy can hit the high 20s, and for something this size, that's pretty solid. But if you want to make your Edge more of a weapon, you can get the Edge ST, and that's where Ford took the mom SUV and sprinkled in, I have a slightly unhinged side, energy. Twin turbo V6, way more power, way more fun, and yes, way more gas stops. And I'm not saying it's a sports car, but the ST actually feels pretty nimble for what it is. It's like a golden retriever that thinks it's a greyhound. The big deal here is lifespan. Based on the data, the average 5-year-old Edge has well over 120,000 miles of useful life left. Which means if you buy one today, you're not buying a temporary solution. You're buying a long-term appliance that's secretly kind of fast. And when you look at pricing, these things can be shockingly affordable. You can find higher mileage examples in the low teens. You're talking about the same money as a used Civic, except now you've got an SUV that can haul your life around. That's why the Edge sneaks onto this list at number 10. Not the most exciting, but the value is real. And of course, you guys, I've pinned a link to AutoTempest so that you can find all these ideal deals in the pin first comment down below. Next. Number 9, Toyota's biggest sedan that got quietly canceled because nobody buys big sedans anymore, which is exactly why you should. The Toyota Avalon. The Avalon is basically the Camry's better dressed older brother. It's bigger, quieter, more comfortable, and it has this vibe of, I'm financially stable and I don't need to prove anything to anyone. Most Avalons come with a 3.5-liter V6, making around 300 horsepower, which means it's not just comfy, it actually moves. It's got a smooth 8-speed automatic, and the ride is that perfect Toyota blend of soft but controlled. And the interior, this is where the Avalon is low-key insane. You get legit quality, materials that are way nicer than a basic commuter sedan, space everywhere, and the trunk is huge. This thing was designed for people who carry golf clubs, luggage, and emotional baggage, but the secret sauce of the Avalon is the owner demographic. These were usually bought by people who treated the maintenance schedule like a religion, the kind of person who keeps every receipt, the kind of person who has a mechanic they've been going to since the Clinton administration. So used Avalons are often stupidly well maintained. And the data backs it up. Average remaining lifespan for a 5-year-old Avalon is massive, easily into the 170,000 miles of useful life range left on the clock. And Avalons have a reputation for crossing 250,000 like it's a casual weekend stroll. Pricing is the only downside because Toyota tax is real. Even when Toyota kills a model, buyers still act like it's made out of gold. But if you find one with good miles and clean history, it's one of the best buy it and forget it cars on earth. That's why it's number 9. Number 8, the truck that isn't a truck. The pickup for people who hate pickups. The Honda Ridgeline. And yes, I know, body on frame truck guys hate the Ridgeline. They see it and start sweating. They say things like, that's not a real truck while towing a jet ski twice a year. But if you actually live with a truck every day, the Ridgeline is one of the best daily vehicles with a bed. Period. It rides more like a crossover because it basically is one. It shares DNA with the Pilot and Odyssey, which means it's comfortable, easy to drive, and doesn't feel like a farm tool. You still get a legit bed, you still get utility, you still get that I can buy mulch at any moment lifestyle, and under the hood is a dead reliable Honda V6. Not exciting, but dependable. It's the kind of engine that could survive a zombie apocalypse with nothing but oil changes and spite. The Ridgeline is also surprisingly refined. The interior is solid, and it's one of those vehicles where you sit in it and go, oh, I get it. Pricing is higher than you'd expect because people who buy Ridgelines don't sell them. They just keep them. They become Ridgeline people. It's a lifestyle. But the remaining lifespan numbers are huge, and the versatility per dollar is hard to beat. That's why it's number 8.
Hey guys, real quick, one entry. Yes, one entry is what changed Rocky's life forever.
I'm beyond emotional. It's insane.
GTR plus cash, flown out for the weekend, and his car delivered home to him in New York. Just imagine future you looking back and thinking, damn, I almost didn't enter. Don't be that guy. Hit the pin first comment down below and get entered to win your dream car plus cash while you still can. Now, back to the show.
Number 7, the default answer to what SUV should I buy, because it's basically impossible to screw up. The Honda CR-V. The CR-V is the king of practical. It's roomy, comfortable, reliable, and it holds value like it has a death grip on the concept of depreciation. Most come with a 4-cylinder paired to a CVT, which sounds boring, but it works. It's efficient, it's smooth, and it's exactly what most people need. And the cabin is genuinely good. You can fit adults in the back without violence. Cargo space is great, and it's one of those SUVs where every single part of it feels like it was designed by someone who actually uses cars. The CR-V is also wildly capable for normal life. Road trips, Costco runs, hauling strollers, surviving winter. It does everything. And the remaining lifespan? Huge. Easily over 160,000 miles of useful life left for 5-year-old examples. That's basically a decade of driving for a lot of people. Prices can still be a little spicy because Honda tax exists too, but the reason these cost more is because they actually deliver. That's why the CR-V sits at number 7. Number 6, the sedan that refuses to be irrelevant, the Honda Accord. The Accord is one of the best all-around cars ever made. It's practical, it's comfortable, it drives better than it has any right to, and it's available in a bunch of different flavors. You've got the efficient 1.5 turbo. You've got the bigger turbo option that has enough torque to make you question front-wheel drive, and you've got hybrids that will go forever while sipping fuel like it's doing an experiment. But what makes the Accord special is that it's not just transportation, it's actually enjoyable. Steering feels good, it's stable, it's balanced. It's like Honda accidentally made a car that normal people love and enthusiasts secretly respect. And the interior is huge. The backseat is roomy enough to sit adults comfortably. The trunk is big, and it's the kind of car that can do commuter duty all week and then road trip like a champ. Lifespan numbers are massive. These things routinely go deep into the 200,000 mile range without drama. If you want the best normal car on planet Earth, the Accord is a contender every single time. That's why it's number 6. Number 5, okay, now we start getting into the these are cheap because nobody's flexing them online category. The Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. And listen, Mitsubishi gets clowned on constantly. And honestly, I get it. They don't feel exciting. They don't feel premium. They don't feel like anyone's dream car. But that's not what this list is about. This list is about value and lifespan. And the Outlander Sport is one of those cars that's just cheap. Cheap to buy, cheap to own, and cheap enough that you can find them under 10 grand without having to do a blood ritual. It's basic, it's simple, the interior is mostly plastic, the driving experience is it drives. Fuel economy isn't incredible, but for the price, it's hard to argue. And the lifespan numbers are still solid. Over 100,000 miles left of useful life on average for 5-year-old examples. And because the buy-in is so low, the value per mile is insanely good. This is one of those cars where you're not buying it because you love it. You're buying it because you love money. That's number 5. Number 4, the car that screams, my dad loves this, but also you might kind of get it, the Buick Encore. Buick is that weird brand that lives between economy and luxury. It's like, I want something nicer than a Chevy, but I don't want to tell people I bought a Cadillac. The Encore is small, easy to park, comfortable, and surprisingly quiet, and the interiors tend to feel more upscale than you'd expect, especially compared to basic competitors. It's also priced in a way that makes it a sneaky deal used. You can find these for under 20 grand pretty easily, and some lower mileage ones can be found close to 10. Remaining lifespan is strong, and the overall package is solid for someone who wants a simple crossover that doesn't feel like punishment. Do I want one? No. Does it make sense for a lot of people? Absolutely. That's why it's number 4. Number 3, the hybrid that nobody talks about, which is exactly why it's a deal. The Honda Insight. The Insight is basically Honda's answer to the Prius, except it looks way better and doesn't come with the built-in I drive exactly 5 under the speed limit personality. It's extremely fuel efficient, extremely reliable, and it has one of the longest remaining lifespan estimates on this list. These things are mileage monsters. And because it's not a Toyota, you don't pay the full Toyota tax. It's also shockingly practical. Interior space is similar to a Civic. It's comfortable, easy to live with, and it will save you money every single day you own it. The only downside is Honda discontinued it, but that doesn't matter. Parts exist, communities exist, and the core reliability is there. If you want cheap, efficient, and long-lasting, the Insight is a top-tier play. That's why it's number 3. Number 2, the king of small cars that feel like they have infinite interior space, the Honda Fit. The Honda Fit is tiny on the outside and somehow a black hole on the inside. It's basically the TARDIS of economy cars. You can fold the seats a million different ways. You can haul big stuff. You can city park like a god. And the driving dynamics are actually fun because it's light and responsive. And these things are reliable, like offensive levels of reliable. You see Fits with insane mileage all the time, 200,000, 300,000. Some of them are trying to reach the moon. Prices are affordable, and they're one of the best cheap used cars for someone who wants something small, practical, and long lasting. And if you're the kind of person who likes tossing a car around corners at 35 miles an hour while feeling like you're in Fast and Furious, the Fit is your car. That's number 2. And number 1, the most value per dollar, lifespan per dollar, cheap but still going choice on the list, the Chevrolet Trax. Yes, I know, the Chevy Trax. This is one of those cars where nobody's excited to buy it, but everyone who owns it is like, honestly, it's fine, and that's why it wins. The Trax is dirt cheap used, it's practical, it's simple, and the remaining lifespan numbers are strong enough that when you compare it to the price, it basically becomes the best deal. You get a compact SUV body, decent cargo space, good everyday usability, and you can find them for prices that feel illegal in today's market. It's not fast, it's not luxurious, it's not a flex, it is a tool, a reliable little tool that will keep doing its job for years. And if you care about value over everything else, the Trax is the ultimate I'm winning financially car. That's why it's number 1. So there you have it, the best 5-year-old used cars that you can buy this year if you want the most lifespan left for your money. Some of these are quite boring. Some of these are secretly awesome though. And all of these are the kind of cars that just keep going like they're powered by hatred. And if you want to find the cheapest examples of any of these cars, I'd link to all of them in the pinned first comment down below. And remember to go to winthisIdealCar.com to get entered to win your dream car plus life-changing cash. Now, let me know in the comments which one you'd buy. I'm Brad. This is Ideal. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Check out some of these Ideal vids and promise me one thing. Keep living the Ideal lifestyle.